Hello, Kate from Whatsy here. In today's video, we're going to go over 3 places to get free fonts for your designs. If you're designing for print on demand, or you're designing for your Cricut or Silhouette Cutter or other design spaces, these are all free fonts that you can design with. And after looking through all these, I can't imagine there's a font that you can't find for free. But of course, I'll show you where places that you can also buy them if you choose. Now, the first place that I love to go for free fonts is Creative Fabrica. I will have a link below for you to use if you want to check them out. And what's great about Creative Fabrica is they offer a bunch of free fonts for commercial use. Now, this list of free fonts does change periodically, and you'll see like this one here is gone in one day, 8 hours and 27 minutes. It's on a timer. So this list is always changing. And if you subscribe for their emails with Creative Fabrica, they'll send you emails, I think almost daily, with the new free fonts that are available. So it's really a great thing to sign up with them for an account, even if it's just a freebie account, so you get those emails. But what is so cool about Creative Fabrica is these are just really unique fonts that you're not going to find anywhere else. They are handcrafted by font creators around the world, and they've always got a feel for what's on trend. A lot of handwriting fonts, a lot of just beautiful design fonts if you make wedding invitations, or if you make cards or designs for direct-to-garment printing. There's all kinds of ideas here that will just inspire you. And what also I love about Creative Fabrica is the constantly changing inventory of fonts. Is also they have lots of fun seasonal fonts for Halloween, Christmas, and holidays like the 4th of July, for example, and Easter. So it's a really great place to just get inspired or find that really specific font that you're looking for with that look and feel. Now, if you can't find what you want for free on Creative Fabrica, you can always search, and they do have an ability to download and pay for a font. And in this tutorial, at the end, I'm going to show you how to download these fonts and add them to your computer because they make it so easy. So I'm just going to click on this Thanks Bunny font, and you'll see it's labeled as free, and commercial usage is allowed. And all freebies come with our commercial license, basic POD license. So if we go to their licensing page, you'll see they have all the specifics on their subscription licenses and downloaded products license. So if we go to the basic POD usage, print on demand license, it's very explicit in how it works and what you're allowed to use with it. And they say you're allowed to create and upload crafts and graphics to POD sites that are vastly different from the original. This means they have to have unique, distinctive elements that are added by you. See an example below. You can use fonts to create quotes, sentences, word art, etc., and upload those designs to POD sites. Generate unlimited sales via POD sites and ship valid POD products worldwide. So this is a very all-encompassing license when we're talking about fonts, because you can use the font to create any design that you want and upload it to print on demand. And then that umbrella encompasses pretty much all your online sales. So you can sell digital products that have this font used in it, and you can sell physical products with that font used in it. What you cannot do is simply upload designs without adding any distinctive new design elements, and that applies to their design products and graphics. You cannot combine multiple products to create a new design and sell that, and you cannot upload font files to POD sites or upload patterns to POD sites. So the font file that you download from Creative Fabrica, you cannot upload that font file somewhere else and sell it. And that should be pretty much a no-brainer with these, but they do make it explicit in this in this licensing language on their website that you cannot take the font file, upload it somewhere else, and sell it as yours. Now you can use the font in any of your designs. So this is so fantastic that we get to use this free font in all our designs. And when you think about holiday times, you have a design that really sells, that people just really love, and you want to tweak the design so it is applicable for different holidays, you can go into Creative Fabrica and find like this fun little cute Easter font and make the same design that you know sells, but just has a little bit of an Easter twist. That is a winner. So I'm going to click download, and that's going to download into my folder, and I'll come back and show you how to use that. Now, another place to get great fonts is Google Fonts. They are not as wide-ranging and unique as Creative Fabrica, so it may not be the go-to place for a lot of crafters and creatives out there, but there are still a lot of really beautiful and classic typefaces that will never let you down on Google Fonts, and they are wonderful quality. So if you're doing a lot of text-based designs and you just need something that just pops a little bit better or makes you stand out a little bit different without being so scripty or handwriting-y, a more literary font, we're always, people who are into fonts understand what I'm saying. It's like, the right font when you see it. And when you start talking about what your product is and your audience that you're going for, when you see it, you have it. And Google Fonts is a more literary, I would say, direction for fonts, though they do have some unique design fonts and scripty fonts as well. So if we find a font that we like, and we know this one here, Newsreader, will be perfect for our shirt for a librarian or something like that, we click on that, and then it takes us to the font, and we can type in any text we hear to see a sample, which is awesome. To be able to see a sample before you actually download the font gives you a really good idea of if this design will be right for it. And once we know that we have the right font that we want to use, you click Download Family, and that takes you to the download, and that begins to download. Now, Google Fonts, I went inside just to make sure their licensing allows us to use these for commercial products, and all of Google Fonts are released under an open source license. You can use them for any non-commercial or commercial project. So that really is fantastic and broad, just like the Creative Fabrica license, allowing us to use these fonts for whatever design purposes we could possibly imagine, and we can sell those designs, yay. But the only thing is, with fonts, if you have the font file, you cannot share that file with somebody and have sell it to them. So that font file is yours to use however you want. You cannot upload the font file and sell it, or sell it to somebody else. So those are the minor stipulations with fonts. So now I'm going to show you real quick. I'm going to bring my screens up, and I'm going to show you how to add fonts to your computer. Now I'm using a Mac, and all you have to do, let me get my windows here. There we go. So we have our downloaded fonts here. This one is from Creative Fabrica. So I'm just going to double click that zip file to undo the zip. And then here's the zip file from Google Fonts. Double click again. There we go. And then in my other window down here, I have my font book. Okay, so you're going to find that if you open your Finder on Mac, in your Applications folder is Font Book, and that's a default font folder for your Mac. Okay, so we open up the Thanks Bunny file, and we have an OTF and a TTF. We just highlight those, and we just drag them over into Font Book. There we go. And then I'm going to show you what that looks like in Font Book. So when we drag the file over into Font Book, this little window comes up, and it says Install Font. You just click Install Font, and it does that. And then we get this window. Sorry, this takes a minute for me. There we go. And we get this window. Thanks Bunny Regular is now installed on my font book. Okay, and then we would do the same thing with the other font. We go into Newsreader and we highlight the font files, TTF, drag them over to Font Book, click Install Font, and then now we have Newsreader available. So it's that easy to install fonts on a Mac. It's just fantastic. So I'm going to close these up, and I'm going to show you another really cool trick. If you have a Canva Pro account, you have access to the brand kit. And I'm fairly sure this is exclusive to the Pro account, but if I'm wrong, let me know, where you can upload a font. So I can take that downloaded font that I downloaded off of Creative Fabrica and upload it into Canva and use it for my designs in Canva. How cool is that? So I'm just going to find the font file, and a pop-up says, please confirm the following. The uploading font is my own custom font I acknowledge that I own or have the right to use for my intended purposes. And that language there that says right to use, we do. And if anyone at Canva, for whatever reason, reaches out to you asking if you have the right to use that font, or anyone else anywhere, if they ever ask you, you just go to your account in Creative Fabrica and you will find your commercial licenses all in one little handy area in Creative Fabrica. All you do is you go to your profile and you will find it there. Okay, let's go back to the brand kit here, and you'll see I uploaded the Thanks Bunny font. It's right there. And now when I create a text design in Canva, this font will be available in the fonts section. Isn't that cool? Oh, it's so fantastic. I love it. Now for everyone else that wants another bonus place to get free fonts is Adobe Fonts. And I'm talking to people who have a Creative Cloud subscription. Now, what's included with the Creative Cloud subscription? Those folks who have a monthly or annual Creative Cloud all app subscription, any single application Creative Cloud subscription from XD to InCopy, each seat of a Creative Cloud team subscription, or if you have the photography plan. So if you fit into one of those categories, you can access the free Adobe fonts to use in your designs. And all you have to do is go to fonts.adobe.com and you log into your Creative Cloud account and you'll have access. And these have the sample text box here, so you can check out all the fonts, and they have them in categories if you have something specific you're looking for. And again, these are not typically as unique as the ones you'll find as Creative Fabrica, but there's definitely lots of fun ones here that you can use and find ways of using to be a little bit more creative in your designs, as you can see here. Now, as far as licensing goes, they have a very good license here at Adobe Fonts. They say all fonts are licensed for personal and commercial use, and you can read the full licensing in the terms of use. So again, you're allowed to use any of these fonts in your designs, and they have a whole FAQ section about what you can and can't do with the fonts. For the most part, you can do whatever you want with these fonts. You're just limited to using them in your design, and you cannot upload the fonts and sell them as yours or share them with someone else who doesn't have a Creative Cloud subscription or sell it to another person. So it's very clear what you're allowed to use these fonts for, which is mostly everything. You're just not allowed to exchange money for the font file. So in Adobe, if you have your Creative Cloud subscription and you're logged in and you found a font that you really like, you just click View Family. And in here, all we need to do is to activate fonts. And you can click if you want to activate them all, or if you want to just activate some of them. And you'll see in the corner you've activated 16 new fonts from Gill Sans Nova, and these will be added into any Adobe program. So it does this for me automatically. I can go into Photoshop now, or Illustrator, or any of the Adobe programs that I have a subscription to and use on my computer. These are automatically added, and I can find those when I search for fonts in the program. So these are 3 great ways that you can use fonts in your designs for free or using existing subscriptions. So I hope you found this helpful. Let me know in the comments if you think I missed something, or if you know of a great free font resource that is your go-to place. But thank you so much for listening. And if you have the opportunity to subscribe to my channel, I do live streams all the time to help improve your Etsy business or your print-on-demand business. So subscribe and follow me on social media at Whatsy. Anytime you want to find out about when we go live, and ask me questions, and we can talk about everything Etsy. So I'm looking forward to hearing from you and connecting. Thanks again for watching, and have a great day.